Not sure if she's really cognizant of my business or she just wants me out of the house. I think she just wants me out every Sunday. Secondly, and I think most importantly, I want to take this opportunity to thank Jay. This is our, not you, Jay. This is our corporate office, right? As you can see, it's a business. And Jay is over there. He's Rich's best friend for a long, long time, and he's really, really generous of us to let us use his business as our corporate headquarters.
Can I say something about that? Yeah. I had something that I wanted to say about Jay. There's a lot of people that you can say are your buddy or your good friend. Jay's the kind of friend that I can say, hey dude, we decided to start a charity, and you're going to give me an office, and we're not going to pay rent.
Yeah, so he's a pushover, as Rich is trying to say. No, seriously, we get to do this, we get to go have fun, and this is all because of Jay. He lends us, as you can see, we take quite a bit of his space, and this is his livelihood. So if you ever get a dead rat in your car, and if you know that smell, bring it in, Jay will help you. He'll give you the family discount. That's 10% more than he would charge you in the mail. So thank you, Jay. I really appreciate it. That's very nice of you. Secondly, there are trash cans everywhere, so I'm kind of sensitive about that. I don't want anybody coming to my house putting trash everywhere. So I brought in the food, so please help me keep his business clean. Also, this is going to be very informal, so I'd like for everybody just to chime in because I don't know everything. And thankfully, there are a lot of people here that have been to Cambodia and know Cambodia better than I do. So I encourage you guys to talk to each other, ask for the people that have never been, just look over your shoulder. I'm sure somebody else has been and knows the information a lot better than I do. So I encourage you to do that. And the other thing is, if you don't know, just stop and ask questions. As I mentioned, this is really formal. And take one and pass it back. This is our agenda. Share it. I didn't make 40 copies or anything.
If anybody needs a pen, just let us know, okay?
So what I'm going to go over, we have a couple of things that I'd like to accomplish. One is kind of one is to answer any questions you have. I know quite a few people here that have never been before are nervous. Hey, when am I going to get this? When am I going to get that? What does it look like over there? We'll get all that squared away. But most importantly, later today, Rich and his team, our medical director, is going to go over some assignments and go over some of our have some training in our equipment, especially you guys who are working in triage. It's really important that we are familiar with some of the equipment that we'll be using. And our supplies, we know what they are. But, so let's just start from the beginning. The departure, the majority of us are flying out on the 29th at 10 p.m. Right? So, the person who's coming here later is Watana. He works in a Cambodian family, but he also works at Cathay Pacific, and he's going to help us. And he's helped us quite a bit. So he, as an employee there, he's going to try to get us a group check-in. If you guys went with us last year when we flew with Korean Air, or the year before with EVA, us trying to weave in with 200 or 500 other people in line makes it a little bit difficult. So if we have our own line, our own person that's checking us in will make it that much easier, and hopefully we can get through security a little bit faster. So I encourage everybody to get there by 8 p.m. Okay, and then because I know we're gonna have to lug all this stuff in and some other stuff, so get there at 8. Once you're,
I'm sorry. Was that 3 hours before?
That's 2.5 hours before.
Pretty close, guys. No later than 2.5 hours. The reason is because there's a couple of guys that are going to be responsible to make sure that everybody's stuff gets through the checkout counter, and they have to have enough time for TSA as well. So closer to 3 hours would be ideal.
And that's at the gate, not, you know, getting at LAX at 8 p.m. going, oh, I'm here.
Right.
But at
That's
the gate, at 8 p.m. would be great. Okay, and
Should we change the time?
what's that?
Should we change the time from 8 p.m.?
Sure, I think that if you're at the, not the gate, sorry, at the check-in by 8, I think is great. If you can get there earlier, it would be even better. I and a few others will be there early to watch out for us and watch out for these boxes. So when you get there, you know, look around, you'll see us, a bunch of us standing around. But yeah, if you can get there at 7:30, it would be great. Okay, maybe have your family friends just drop you off and kick you out the curb and so you leave. So that's our departure. When we arrive, there are a couple of things that I know, and I'm going to try to work it out where we did it last year. When we get off, a couple people just want to be the first one out of the airport. That's not necessary. If we can, I'd like to just have us get deplaned, be in a group. I will collect everybody's passport. And then I will get all our passports through immigration, and I think that people that went with us last year know how easy that was, not going through security with your passport and harassing with your passport. So make sure you have your passport. And then also, I know I mentioned this before, but it's worth saying again and again and again. You need 2 of these too. So just to clarify. You have your passport pictures, right? So when I say bring your passport pictures, people go, oh no, I have my passport pictures right here. Bring 2. Immigration will require 2. And then this is what you have to fill out, you know, before the plane lands. And that's what they need the picture for, right here. That's just immigration in Cambodia. Okay. Now, for those of you that are Cambodian that go in there quite often, maybe you don't need it. But if you do, it's kind of a pain in the neck to try to get a picture in Cambodia passport. They cost you some money. So, passport and passport pictures to go with this. Okay. If you haven't seen it, I'll pass it out so you guys can look at it.
On the arrival thing in Phnom Penh, it is very important that you don't leave the airport, that we all stay together until we check off all the boxes. Okay. So we'll just gather up and move.
Yeah, the other thing is, I think one thing I was talking about is there is a fee, there is a visa fee of $20. So when I collect your passport, put $20 in there. You want to put $40? That's fine too. But tell me.
Is it 20 bucks or 25? No?
It's 25?
Yeah, I think it's 25.
Okay.
You can do e-visa online too. If you want to pay ahead, just go to the Cambodian, I don't know, consulate online. They have e-visa. You can pay for it online and you have your visa print out, and then you don't have to pay the visa fee in Cambodia.
What about the exit?
It's exit fee, then you pay that separate when you exit.
Yeah. To make it easy, if just put the $25 in your passport, okay, and that way we'll get it through. We'll process everybody through. There is an exit fee. This is where I take it Joe is 100% right, because I never know, because my friends always check me out. So I don't really pay for anything. I think they pay for it, so I never know there's an exit fee. But there is, right?
There's
How
an
much is
exit
that?
fee, yes.
25 also?
Yes. Yes.
So 25. So don't go home, you know, with no money in your wallet. Keep $25. You need $25 to exit Cambodia. So that's really important. That's cash, by the way.
Yeah.
New bills.
They don't like crinkle.
Cash. Oh, here's another thing to remember. You guys are going on the 29th. Some are going earlier. When we're talking about cash, I really encourage you to go to the bank a month before and ask for new money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between new money and old money? I've been caught a couple times with old money, and you know, you hand them $100 bills to go, you got something else? You know, as an American, you go, no, this is American money, you're taking it. Sorry, they're not taking it. Okay. So
That's real.
Yeah.
yeah.
No pun intended.
You want crispy.
Yeah, they definitely want new money, and for them, in their defense, if they take old money to the bank will charge them a fee also. So every business will want new money. or especially if even if your $100 bill is ripped, they're not gonna want it. So just you know, take care of your dollars.
Yeah, no mark on it.
Scrubs, I have it. You'll when we arrive, I'll have a written itinerary of what to expect all the days that we're going to be in Cambodia. So as soon as I get that solidified, I'll have that for you guys. But you'll get it definitely when you arrive. And then the scrubs, I think, Rich, are we giving them out now or we give them later? Okay, so you guys will get your scrubs here. We do arrive in Phnom Penh on the 31st, which is New Year's Eve. We get there, the plane lands, I think, at 10:30 a.m. there, local time, if not 11. And we'll have 2 or 3 large buses that will take us and our suitcases and our boxes. So don't get lost at the airport, it's very small. And we'll get, but we can get lost if there's 10,000 people there waiting for somebody. I don't know. I think we might get one of those big Greyhound buses where it just goes underneath. But we'll take care of our boxes for sure. And the bus will take us to our hotel, and then we're free for that day, right? So we can rent tuk-tuks and go out and have dinner or whatever and come back. But the next morning, so that is New Year's Eve. So I encourage you guys to go out and do what you got to do. There's not a group thing or anything like that, so you guys are all free. Do what you want, but I encourage group outing. It's a lot more fun to go out with 5, 10, all of us as a group than yourself in a tuk-tuk in the middle of Phnom Penh. The very next day is January 1st. We are departing 8 a.m. and in the hotel they have a buffet breakfast. So come down much earlier to have breakfast so we can depart on time. It is
What time was that, Nancy?
08.
What time?
08.
8 o'clock. Let's leave at 8.
08. $100. It is a long drive down there, so that's why, and I'm going to be the mean guy that's going to go, hey, come on, let's go, finish that noodle, finish whatever you're eating, let's go. I asked Jay, but Jay's too nice, he won't.
Like, oh, you want another?
Yeah, you want another bowl? Take your time. So it is a long drive, so we need to go, but the buses are really nice, so. It's one of those big, large Greyhound buses. I'm hoping to get that. If not, we'll get 6 or 10 vans. I'd rather have a bus. Some people don't feel safe in those small vans because those guys could drive pretty fast. You can't drive that fast on a bus, a small road. So 8 a.m., Rich. Leaving the visa fees as I didn't know, so I appreciate that, Joe. You do need $25 to leave. Anything else that you need? In the past, we gave out cell phones and stuff like that. We don't have cell phones this year. If you want cell phones, we could get cell phones. I don't think you'll need it because we're there for that one afternoon, and the next morning we'll be together for the next 5, 6 days, right? And then we come back, and then we all go our separate ways. So I don't think you'll need a cell phone. But if you need one, I encourage you to when we land at noon, go get one. It's really cheap. For $20, you could call home for hours on end for the telephone. Also, if you need Cambodian money, that's when you want to get it on the 31st. Okay. Ask the front desk, or you can go to any of the central market, and they will exchange. In other words, you don't have to go to the bank, right? You just go to the central market or any of those large shops, and they have money exchange business, and they'll give you that thing for $100. So you'll need some of that. For those guys who've never been there before, I encourage you to get it because you're going to have hundreds of kids running to you and asking for stuff. If you give them dollar bills, you never get rid of them. Okay? And then don't come to me. Don't come stand next to me because I don't want to have to give out $100 bills either.
One more thing about the travel documents. Jamila brought this up for the group that's going to Bangkok.
Speak up, bro.
The group that's going to Bangkok, you want to have your leaving criteria with you, your departing criteria with you, because when you were going in one way, they don't like that, right? They're going to want to know that you are leaving Bangkok. Does that make sense? So you have to have your criteria.
What does that mean?
We're leaving.
It's like
Your-
having
your-
flight
your- your
information
flight-
on.
when you're leaving. Your, what do you call it?
Itinerary.
Itinerary.
Oh, your airplane itinerary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just
have
so you
that-
know
have
your
that
flight
when you go into
and-
customs in Bangkok, they wanna know when you're leaving and you go,
Uh,
right here on this flight.
oh, yeah, that's the other
Oh,
thing.
if you go by plane, you because we
Where is it?
flying into Bangkok and
Yeah.
and then leaving to LAX, right? Leaving from Bangkok to LAX.
That's
like
correct, that's
2 days
correct.
later.
That's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, for those people that are going to Bangkok or Vietnam, whatever, you're gonna have to figure that out, right? So you're gonna have to go to Bangkok and figure out the entrance fee, the exit fee, or whatever, because I don't know that. But those of you that are staying in Cambodia, you know the entrance fee, you know the exit fee, and that should be okay. Your visa, I think it's like 30 days or something like that.
Is it? Yeah.
Safe. Okay. The other thing is that I did print this out. This is about just a little bit. You can do a lot of research on the internet, as you know, but this is just a little bit about where we are going. Just take a look at it, read it. But we are going to a very small beach community, about 3.5, 4 hours south of Phnom Penh, and it's small. I mean, Rich and Joe, and you've been there, Ashton. It's not a lot to do, so it's going to be a lot more relaxed this year, Jennifer, I promise. Our first year we went, I think we almost had 2,000 people mug Jennifer. So
What?
no,
Who's on the tall white girl?
no, this is going to be a lot more relaxed. It's just the atmosphere alone, but it's going to be a lot more relaxed. Because everybody's here. Oh, what's my job as a physician? Is really easy. You're the doctor, you see the patient. But if for non-physician people, non-medical people, your job could be, we could tell you your job here, but when you get there, it could be completely different. My first job is, I'm security. I was security for a week, and that was the worst job I ever had. I don't want that job again. Jennifer wants that job. Anything else on departure and arrival?
So if we're coming, we'll meet you at 10:30. So what we should do is to make sure that our group that's coming from Siem Reap gets to you by 10:30 at the airport, right? Go
No.
on the bus?
Oh, for you guys.
We're different. Well,
Yeah.
you guys go
We're all
last.
different.
I'll take
All
care
right.
Yeah.
Right.
of all that stuff.
Yeah. You guys will see him be up. You'll be just be at the
Yeah,
hotel. Be at the hotel on 12:31.
Do you get a better exchange rate if you exchange your money in LAX?
No, over there.
They're not even gonna have money? Okay.
Yeah. It's like 4,500 real. Say
Yeah.
4,000.
If you exchange a $100 bill, you're gonna walk out of there with a stack like that. I'm telling you. So,
Yeah.
$100, you can't even spend it in a week.
I wouldn't even exchange. I would just buy something and have them give you a bunch of change in Rio.
Yeah, no. Then what are you gonna buy? I mean,
Yeah, because they take dollars everywhere. It's not like there's
Okay.
places that only take Rio.
yeah.
So
For credit cards.
Yeah.
I bought jewelry and I use it.
And they take credit for.
Just for tips.
Yeah, just for tips and yeah.
We'll go over. So what now will come later, and he'll go over some of the custom stuff, and it's really nice to know. So, anything else in departure and arrival for you guys?
I'm curious what the timing is to go back to Phnom Penh from the.
Okay.
Okay.
As a group, we leave on January 7th
7th.
a.m.
So like we'd be back the latest 1 or something.
Correct. We'll be back in Phnom, depending on what we leave, I'd hope to leave at 8 again. And, it's relaxing, right? After 5 days, we may want to relax a little bit. So, depending on what we leave, it's probably going to take about a 4-hour bus ride back to Phnom Penh. So, if we leave at 8 or 9, we'll be there at noon or 1
Okay, thank you.
to go back to Phnom Penh. And then we have an evening there, right, on the January 7th. And then the majority will depart to Bangkok, wherever, on the 8th in the morning, to Vietnam on the 8th. Okay?
Are we doing anything for the medical student again, like last year? Or?
Yes. So when we're in Gag for 5 days, we're working 5 days. I always tell myself, oh, if we work 5 days, that's too much, we all get sick. So I always think, okay, we're going to work 4, but I always get beat up and go, no, I'm not flying all the way to Cambodia and work 4 days, working 5 days. So here we are working 5 days. After the 5th day, we are going to work a half day on the 5th day and try to finish early. So Rich, what he can do and his team can gather all of our equipment and inventory and keep it there for the following year. So he's going to have a lot of work. That's why we want to finish early. And then go relax. But that evening, we're going to have a party at a really nice, one of the Minister of Commerce, who is friends of the family, is welcoming us to his home in Gai. So, and he and his wife are going to throw us a big shindig. So, Jimmy, we're trying to get a band and play and all that. I don't know if we can, but it's going to be very nice. So you're going to want to hang out for that. Well, not like you can go home to back to the right? You can, but it's a long ride for yourself.
Given that, we're not going to be taking any special clothes.
I just ask that you don't walk in there with flip-flops and shorts. You know, I don't think we all need to be there in a suit and a tie or anything like that. So, you know, the Cambodian people, you know, if you wear a shirt like this tucked in with your khakis, you're more than enough. But yeah, don't show up in tank tops and flip-flops, please. Okay. So yeah, so we're going to have a party and recognize our student volunteers on the January 6th in the evening. Okay.
I know that Hatana's going to come and talk a little bit more about customs and social do's and don'ts. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's appropriate and more importantly what's not appropriate to talk about at that party and in front of other dignitaries at the clinic?
They're family friends, so you know I would just ask that you treat my friends as you want me to treat your friends. Yes, they're dignitaries and stuff. But there's just a couple of things. One, please don't get political. I mean, I realize we're all volunteers, and at the end of the day, Rich and I, we have big dreams, Project Anchor, and I'm really trying to kiss up to these guys so we can get a few things from them. You know, I know we try to keep our distance from them, but in any third world country, without friends, you can't do business. You know, you can't go help anybody. You know, if you want to go help North Koreans, you can't unless somebody blesses you in North Korea to come in and help, right? So it's the same thing in Cambodia. You know, so I don't expect you guys to go in there and go hold their political flag up, but just no political stuff, please. The other thing is, and Rich is right, what I will talk about it. The Cambodian culture. There are a couple of things that you just keep in mind. Not a lot of PDA. They're just not in. They think it's rude. They think it's inappropriate. So not a lot of hugging, kissing, stuff like that. Two is if you Rich is really good at this.